Hey guys, and welcome back to Luigi's Mansion 2. Today's mission sees us partaking in a bit of a pool party, and just judging by the weather outside, I don't think I'd want to partake in a pool party, not in October.
Well, I have to say, it's weird here, because we had a torrential downpour and now it's sunny again. It's doing that typical British weather thing of kind of being sunny, then just out of nowhere rain, and then it changes back to sort of sun again, and then it rains again, and just, you never know where you are.
Well, the sunshine's a ruse because it's all windy and whatnot, but enough of British weather. They put gyroscope controls in the game, so obviously you have to use a camera-like setting to explore this photo. It's just not done otherwise.
Well, of course, it's just the way things are with the 3DS and so on and so forth.
Okay, so what we can gather from this is boos are being pricks, there's a new type of ghost, and that thing in the painting had some very familiar shoes.
Yes, they are indeed very, very familiar. Oh god. I hope they're not repeating something here.
Yeah, no shit, that's where the boss lies, Egad.
Yeah, I have to say, Egad, considering how apparently intelligent he is, he lacks so much common sense.
That's the thing with all these geniuses. I mean, look at Eggman.
It's very true.
Wow, this is a long intro. They just kind of padded it out with searching the photo and whatnot. And they didn't really say, oh, you found everything. You can just back out when you like.
Which, I mean, is nice, because it does take a reasonable amount of time. I mean, it's still quite short, but the fact that you are allowed to back out of it whenever you like is nice.
Oh, we haven't done one of these in a while. I've actually completely forgotten the layout of Haunted Towers. But I think you said this was your favourite mission of the mansion?
No.
You let me down here, Richie, you let me down.
Don't think so. I think the one that I'm excited for is next, for various reasons. This one isn't that one, but
I'm always off but one.
it's just the way things have to be, really.
As you can see, plants have just completely overrun the mansion now. It's actually getting quite out of hand. Don't expect a plant-themed boss, though. Oh no, they have something completely different in mind for Haunted Towers.
Oh god, the boss.
Well, look out for that in part 12, I guess.
I've got my facts all ready and waiting for that boss.
First things first, gem hunting. Gotta take down some carnivorous plants.
Carnivorous plants are absolutely terrifying, and really they are, because, I mean, if you've seen what some plants do to capture their prey, it is... Oh, God.
It always puts me in mind of Jumanji. That scene terrified me.
It's been so long since I've watched Jumanji.
It's like the giant plant coming through, like, the fireplace or something.
Uh-huh.
And it basically tries to swallow one of the kids.
Oh, God.
More terrifying was the spiders in the attic, though, and the lion, of course.
Well, of course, because, I mean, a plant is generally reasonably stationary, unless it's growing at a ridiculous rate. Whereas a lion can, you know, chase you down.
Okay, so according to Richie, plants good, lions not so good. Glad we're all on the same page here. Just getting doshed left, right and centre here.
Well, I mean, they're doing it now, because kind of in like a later mission, they're not going to give you very much treasure at all, so they're kind of evening it out.
Stingy game designers. Kind of had a bit of trouble getting onto this beanstalk here.
Yeah, I was relatively amused by that when I spotted it.
Hold, if that doll's head moves, I'm just done with this playthrough. Nope, sorry, goodbye, I'm done.
This is probably one of the most terrifying rooms in the game, if you're not expecting it.
Well, that's not really saying much, because Luigi's Mansion 2, while it retains some of the atmosphere of the first game, is also very twee.
Well, that's very true. But any sort of creepy dolls are just... Oh god, they're terrifying.
Shades of that one room in the first game, where you basically have to play a game of hide and seek with the twins and guess the right box.
Ah, yes, definitely. Although they didn't have terrifying exorcist doll heads in the same room at the same time.
No, but they did have vehicles that they rid on. I think one was like a race car or a tank, and the other was a plane.
Yes, I think it was a car and a plane.
That slightly retards the horror somewhat.
It does, yes. But I have to say, kind of, dolls are kind of very common in horror, because obviously you have Chucky from Child's Play, and...
That's the horror film and not the charity that we raised money for during the Sonic-a-thon, by the way.
And then you also have that Annabelle film that's coming out soon that kind of is from some other horror film that I can't remember what it's called.
Ugh, puns.
Yeah, that one's just really bad.
That's an Anton tier pun.
I have to say that this one and the next boo that we get, the puns are just really bad.
Hardly worth charging that up when he's only got one bit of HP left.
I do like how Luigi kind of basically just squashes them in to the poltergeist. He's literally just like, just get in there!
Listen to tunes, get money. They should do that in real life.
Anytime that there is some sort of jukebox that plays extra music is always amazing in video games, so it just give us all the money.
Finger snapping, good time. I'm getting a lot of gems in this one.
Yeah, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and I really should be, considering I just watched this part to make sure I knew what I was talking about an hour ago, you get all of the gems in this particular mission.
God damn, there's some pacing issues in Haunted Towers.
I mean, I guess it's because the mission after this introduces something which I like, but I dislike, and then the one after that is the boss, so kind of there's much less of a sense of exploring and more just doing stuff. So the gems aren't necessarily needed in those missions.
Now this is a pretty easy set piece, really easy at first because every single bed will have a hider, but now they kind of change up. It's like that one game where you put like a pebble beneath a cup and there's like two cups and you switch it around, you gotta guess the right cup.
Although obviously if you play something like Professor Layton, they will find a way of twisting that type of puzzle into some sort of weird solution, like he's got it under the desk.
Unwound Future was really bad in that regard, and I know it was kind of like having to stress the fact that things aren't what they appear, and I won't spoil anything regarding the game, but that's one of the central themes. But I can't guess something that's on a card if you're not showing me the card and it's covered by another card, okay? That's a ruse.
There was a challenge, I think it was, in Miracle Mask that I got stuck on for ages because it was asking me to do something like that, but I couldn't mentally make that leap. Whereas, like, in Azran Legacy and Spectre's Call and Lost Future, I think I was generally able to make those slight twists of thinking outside the box, but yeah, I didn't like that particular puzzle.
I think Miracle Mask, and sorry to get off topic here, but you know, we're doing this shit casually now, it's all good. Miracle Mask was the first Layton that I kind of didn't finish, mostly because I was renting it, but I got up to a bit where there was like 3 puzzles in a row where I had to use an FAQ, and I'm like, alright, it's like 2 chapters in, you think maybe you could tone it down a bit?
I have to say, Miracle Mask is arguably the weakest of the entire series.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Is annoying because, like, the shift from 2D to 3D is great, but puzzle-wise, it's definitely the weakest.
I gotta pick up Azran Legacy at some point and of course finish Miracle Mask, but I digress. This type of minigame, you've really got to think ahead, because if you take the wrong route, you're not going to get much time, if any time, to backtrack.
Also, I do like that they bring kind of the red coins from 3D Mario into this, but they kind of put a Luigi's Mansion twist on it.
Yeah,
so,
but a Luigi twist.
Yeah.
That is one of those gem missions that if you fail, you will have to restart the mission again, so be very careful.
Yeah, and that is probably one of the things that I really, really hate in video games, where you have stuff that you can miss, and if you do miss it, then you have to redo the entire level all over again, because that's like a ridiculous amount of time that you've just wasted.
The only thing worse is when you kind of glitch and your checkpoints won't work correctly, so you have to restart a mission.
Yep, pretty much.
I can't think of any specific examples, but you just have to take my word for it when I say it has happened to me before. Yeah, we'll just store this picture of a key up here. No one will ever take the key. They fought horribly wrong.
Well, for starters, I mean, it's quite difficult to get up here anyway, because you've got to use the balloon plant things.
Hopefully no one comes in here with a poltergust. Good job that hadn't been invented yet.
Silly, silly ghosts. They don't think about these things, do they?
No. Wait, wasn't there a pool party involved? We're like 10 minutes into this mission now.
Well, I think we'll be getting to the pool party. I mean, you can see the deck chair there, and I think we're about to head to the pool.
Who keeps a golden bone in a sink, may I ask?
I don't really want to know, because they're probably a serial killer.
And there we go. That's all the emeralds of Haunted Towers.
Success.
Right, you can come out now, Mr. Slammer. I know you're there. Oh, there you are.
That greenie with the glasses is an absolute sod to you.
He really is.
Just wants to make you suffer so much.
Like, just go back to chilling in your deck chair and let me take out your Slammer buddy here.
Now, something that's probably going to make me seem really, really childish and also really embarrass myself with is because we're going to a pool party thing. My first YouTube username was based on a song from the pool party in High School Musical 2. All for one.
Jesus Christ, Richard.
Yep. I am just... yeah. I think I made a better decision with X Gamer Richie.
And X Gamer Richie returns, of course.
Yes.
Why can't I just go to a nicer place and have a pool party? Don't know what accent that was, I apologise.
I don't know either, but to be perfectly honest, my accents are equally rubbish.
Alright, let's examine this place carefully. Gotta look for the special key. And there's a frog there. Set of stairs here. Very shallow water.
Yes, very shallow water. Also, Tom, are you sure it's a frog? It may be a goat. Professor Layton reference.
You lost me completely there.
The Elysian box and the Pandora's box. The design looks like a frog, but it actually is a goat.
Well, I really should have got that, because Diabolical Box is my favourite of the games.
It's literally only because someone did a comment on one of my videos a little while ago, and it was on that video saying, when does somebody say that it looks like a goat? So that's the only reason I'm remembering it right now.
Okay, I gotta look up these ghosts now.
I think it's something like sneakers.
Yep, sneakers.
Oh yes.
I think in the first game they were the red ones that sneaked up behind you.
They were either red or white.
Same basic principle here. The dodge feature comes in really handy when they're just about to shriek at you. I don't use it very well in this section, unfortunately.
These ghosts just really screw you over because they don't exactly hurt you. They just make things take forever because they just keep scaring you and then you have to catch them again.
They're just kind of annoying, really. Well, I can't find the name of the one in the first game or its colour, you'll just have to take our word for it.
Someone in the comments will mention it, because the comments are all-seeing, all-knowing, and all that jazz.
I don't know if this was intentional, but it looks like the sneakers are wearing, like, hoods. Just the back of their head kind of, like, goes back like they're wearing some kind of Grim Reaper hood.
Okay. Maybe? Not quite sure.
Just in subtitles, Richie completely unconvinced.
Was because kind of when we were looking at them, it was kind of just like, I can't really see a hood, but it may be there. We're just looking at it from a bit of a bad angle.
I'm really glad we spent 14 minutes and the mission turned out to be completely pointless.
Yep. And now we get the thing that I love and hate. The Polterpup.
He's adorable.
Yep, and that's why I love him.
He's a godless abomination and he should rot in hell, but he's adorable. Oh, son of a bitch. You guys just get me out of here. I'm embarrassed for the both of us right now.
Hello?
Well, it was a bit of a Deus Ex Machina. It just kind of came from nowhere and disappeared off to nowhere, just to make us do more backtracking, basically.
Custom animation. Nice.
I do like the custom animations that happen, because there's one that happens after the boss, which is quite good.
I lost a lot of health in this mission.
You did indeed. But you still got a 2-star rank, so that's good.
I kind of deserve that. I should have been watching out for those purple ghosts, which you can actually disrupt by using the dark light device. Very useful in multiplayer, because they pop up all the time and they're mostly there just to disrupt your multiplayer shenanigans.
Pretty much, they are so annoying, but they do have a sort of funny thing that they kind of shriek as you kind of suck them into your poltergust.
Okay, Richie.
That was slightly sadistic. Oh well.
When you started that sentence, I was going to call you a ghost rights activist, but by the end of it, I think you may be for the opposite. Next, you'll be telling me you're a feminist, Egad. Also like Eggman. I'm not kidding. Reading his bio for, like, Sonic Heroes.
Wait, what?
Said Eggman's a feminist. Says it in his Sonic Heroes bio.
Okay. That's fine. Yes, they do sort of look like they have a hood. There we go.
Hey.
So you just needed the right angle and a close-up to be able to tell you.
Speaking of close-ups, so close to the next upgrade, I can taste it.
Oh, it gets so awesome when we get the next power-up. It's great.
Well, usually I decide when we take a breather, but if the game's telling me to fuck off, I guess I shall heed it. I don't recall whether I check out the trophy for Haunted Towers in this one. Maybe I'll have to do it in the next world. But that's it for today, guys. We'll see you next time for another part of Luigi's Mansion 2. Bye-bye.